I just put some eye drops in, and my eyes are a little blurry all of a sudden. So let's set an intention here for our Reiki practice. If you're hopping on, feel free to say hello. Maybe you are setting an intention for yourself in this practice. I'm going to pull up 2 to 5 cards just to get, again, some insight on maybe what it is that we need healing on. Because my eyes right away were feeling a bit blurry, I can't help but feel like energy-wise, it's time to start looking at things more clearly in our life. So let me know if you relate to that at all. All right, so I'm hanging out here underneath TikTok, and then I am going to be putting this underneath my YouTube channel so you can watch it from the beginning instead of watching pieces of it. And it's a nice way that I can store videos up to, a couple hours even. So again, we're setting an intention here for some Reiki healing. Let me know if there's something you're working on with this full moon. Is there anything you're releasing at this time, or perhaps even manifesting? So I'm getting we need 4 cards and 2 theme cards. Okay. The way Reiki works, by the way, is you must agree to receive. It's something we never push on to other people, so feel free to open up your energy. And again, what is your intention for this practice as well? I already am feeling like it's time to start seeking our truth, finding more clarity as well on things that we're again searching for. Okay, so our theme card here is 5 of Swords. Still can't really see very great. Swords representing our thoughts. So right now I'm seeing a lot of purple, so it might be that you're working on thinking again more clearly. You might feel like you have brain fog, or something's getting in the way of your thought process, so that's something again we can work towards here. We also have Swords coming up again with this card, and Swords representing someone who needs to clear their head. So sometimes we need to get outside, but when we're doing Reiki healing, at least it's a form of grounding, and when we ground, we're less in our head. Okay, so very similar to a meditation. It can just bring up things that just don't want to be there anymore, right? Things that aren't serving us. So we have the Death card here. Again, we're just going into our intention for our Reiki healing. You might hear my dishwasher in the background here. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Let me know. This talks about where we were talking about the full moon coming in, some form of ending or pattern of behavior in your life that's no longer serving you. So let me know if you relate to letting go of something right now. I know for myself, we are selling our home, and it's allowing me to pay off any debt that I have, which is great. So I'm definitely feeling like moving forward, my patterns of behaviors are definitely going to be more on the saving side when I go to do like bigger trips and things like that. So not using my credit, making sure that I have the money to put forward before I actually go and do things. So that's kind of for myself, let me know if you relate to that, but like a little pattern where I used to be like, oh, life's so short, let's just go on a trip and I'll pay for it later. So now just a little bit of a mindset shift, as we were just talking about, right? So we're not feeling like anything's weighing us down, of course, later after our trips and things like that, or whatever it is that you choose to spend your money on. Maybe it's education, maybe you're a stuffed person, maybe you like really nice clothes, I don't know. We also have 3 of Cups here, talking about this need for celebration. In my daily readings lately, that's been coming up, that we need to raise our vibration, bring positive energy into other people's lives, get together with people, laugh, smile, that sort of thing. And again, manifest positive energy. So by thinking about things that make you happy in your mind as you receive this healing, invite more visualization for yourself. See into the future, see good things happening, okay? Last couple cards here, we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant really talks about, hello Nicole, someone who really needs support from others. So when we do Reiki healing, it's also life force energy. So when you get attuned to Reiki, you become attuned to source through your crown. And so if you want to learn Reiki on your own time, my membership group is $55 a month. Cancel at any time, but I have hours and hours and hours of training. You can receive the attunements to wake your energy up to help you, okay? But this is talking about be open to receiving from other people. Maybe you're struggling with receiving positive energy. Sometimes we push the good away. And we don't realize that we're doing it. So this is when we have emotional blocks or heart walls, things like that, especially in relationships. If we're so fixated on one relationship, we could be missing out on another relationship or something new or something positive coming in. So this is going to be helpful for us to be mindful of as things come up, okay? The way I do my Reiki healing is that I always kind of share what's coming up for people so that they can be aware of that. I think it's helpful in learning new tools and trusting that you're not going to go backwards either. So last card here, Seven of Pentacles. This is really someone who needs to, again, have more fun, release things that are weighing you down, that sort of thing. So yesterday's daily message was all about the inner child. I don't know if you've been feeding him or her with joy, with freedom, with rewards and things like that, but this is more what this is inviting you to do, is hold space for yourself and honor some things from your past as well, some things maybe from childhood or where she or he is not currently happy, where we are in a bit of an emotional energy. Just something to pay attention to, okay? So again, let me know, what is your intention for your little Reiki healing practice? I'm going to just take a moment here. I kind of say like a little prayer as I call Reiki energy in. Okay, I'm also going into the Akashic Records as well, which is connecting to your past, present, and future. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up. This is just what I feel like doing right away. And just everybody, if you can, take a few deep cleansing breaths. I was sharing, this is also going to be underneath my YouTube channel. So hello, thank you for asking. I just did a beautiful stress relief yoga class for myself, and that's what inspired me to come on here, because it just felt so nice and so good. And I thought, you know what, I'm feeling pretty good to go on and do a little healing session for others, because sometimes we forget how good it feels. And then I posted that on my spiritual support team Facebook group, the little practice I did through YouTube, so feel free to watch that. It's only 10 minutes, but it's just enough of what you need. So as you can tell, we're going straight to throat chakra here. So maybe just opening up your throat here just a little bit. Also working on shoulders, so just trusting, coming into a space of trust. Last night I had a beautiful forgiveness class. It was a pay it forward, and we had one person who was diagnosed with cancer on Friday. We had another person whose aunt was passing away. She died last night. And then another person who I've been working with for a while, and she's really kind of coming into her own right now, connecting to her ancestral lineage, and just, I think, accepting herself more. So it was a really interesting class, so I just wanted to share that will also be, or is up now underneath my VIP membership group. Okay, so you can watch the replay of that. We do theta healing downloads all around what's coming up for people. We did a beautiful meditation, and I really like group settings because we're all sharing space together and actually helping each other, which is great. So this energy that's coming through here, we already talked at the beginning about our intention here, but it's very gentle, it's very soft. And so today's energy reading for the day, for the collective, is all about how we're speaking to ourselves. seeing ourselves in a positive light. So maybe right in this moment, you can notice something that you love about yourself, and you can even share it in the comments if you want to. One thing I love about myself is I feel like I'm positive, and I like to laugh. I love to joke. I'm usually always joking. I always do my best to kind of put a positive spin on things when people are feeling heavy. I feel like I like to break free of the heaviness around the heart, etc. So let me know, what are your little things, hi Dawn, that you like about yourself? You don't have to love, but you can like. Are there any qualities that you feel are supportive for other people, supportive for yourself? I'm seeing someone actually currently doing something that's helpful for others as well. So I don't know if this is what you're currently doing or this feels future related, but Spirit wants you to acknowledge that the things that you're doing for others are really helpful, even if others aren't necessarily showing their gratitude for the things you're doing. They are grateful, but everybody has a different way of expressing gratitude. Okay, so somebody needed to hear that. Now I want to just breathe outward. So if you're hopping on here, welcome. We're doing a little Reiki healing. Feel free to receive, and your exhale, really let out your exhale. Especially if you're carrying any worry today. It's feeling good. Energy's moving here. I don't know if you can feel it or not, but somebody is also here. They're having a really hard time. It's like they're resisting pain, which is interesting. And just what's coming through is here is as a little mantra: what resists persists. So timing is everything as well. But I'm almost getting to do, if you're struggling with resistance, something that you're not really sure that you want to do or not, I'm getting to do some energy practices or energy exercises. I don't know if you've ever heard of the energy ball, but it's basically like you pretend like you have a ball of energy in your hands, and then you open up your own energy field and expand it. So just opening up so you can raise your vibration. Okay. So a lot of this so far has been a lot of the heart, the throat. So again, throat chakra is very much about expression. So sometimes we need to write or talk about things instead of bottling it all up inside. What resists persists. Let me know how that lands with you. I'm also getting that there's someone here that is kind of sorting out their talents and their gifts as well. I have a class coming up called Intuitive Classes on July 5th, 8 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time through Zoom. It's 55 Canadian. We're going to go through your clairs, which is how you receive intuitive information, and we're going to go through like steps and exercises that might be helpful, okay? So that replay will then also be up for my VIP members, which is great. So I just create all of these videos that are there for you guys to watch at any given time, which is great. And then I do a full moon ritual as well. So our next full moon, I'm going to be doing some theta healing downloads, talking a little bit about the energy of the full moon, and then you get to go and watch that and receive. So there's somebody in here that's still kind of uncovering what it is that they enjoy in their life. It feels like someone who, even if you're not young, it still feels like a young energy. So I consider young energy up until about we can have a young energy up until about 75, and then we start to feel like, okay, I'm getting a little tired here. Okay, so age is just a number. Somebody also needs to hear that. I know I've struggled with my 30s. It's such a strange age to struggle with, but I really have. And it's odd, but I'm really looking forward to 40 and up. So here what we're doing is we're letting go of somebody that has hurt you as well. So I know it sounds very vague, but there's just someone that you've been, I don't know if you were trapped in a relationship with this person in the past, or it was just the emotion feels trapped. So a little bit of stuck energy that we're just moving through, okay? Sometimes we make things out to be bigger than what they are because, again, we're just not doing enough energy clearing. That was, again, our part of our daily reading today. That was the first thing that came up, is that today's going to be a day for energy cleansing. So cleansing can also be like drinking lemon water. I also sell apothecary, and lemon balm's been popping up a lot. For people, I feel, and including myself. So it has this really calming, natural healing effect. So if you're interested in any herbs, feel free to reach out as well. I sell teas and things like that too, crystals. And now I'm hearing divine source, innovation, and creativity. So divine source to me is just connecting to higher source, higher power, that sort of thing. Doing, again, energy clearings, energy practices, so keep that in mind right now. And I'm also getting, because this full moon is coming up for people, I'm getting that, like, it's okay to unplug. As I was sharing, I was just doing my little yoga practice, and that's why I hopped on here, because it just felt so good to do. My dog came into my little practice. So trust it's okay for you to unplug, whatever that looks like and feels like for yourself, okay? And that's where the creativity is coming up. Like, maybe it's being a little more creative in your schedule. I don't know if you're a busy person, if you like to keep busy or not, but sometimes it's good to create a little window in our schedule, not just for ourselves, but for, I guess I just keep getting for energy practices. So I guess it is kind of for ourselves, but it still feels like when we are working on ourselves, it'll benefit other people too. Don't forget that. So we're not always doing things for ourselves. Sometimes we're doing it to help our families, because they don't want a cranky version of us, do they? Do we like it when our family's cranky? No. I'm also getting to not rush your life. Carrie, anything for me, please? Excuse me. I've had this cold. So right away, throat chakra and heart chakra. Carrie. So that's been kind of a theme. You can see where I'm currently working on right now. So just breathe into that energy. Just trying to line you up. And again, our group. So Carrie, do you do breath work right now? Are you already doing any type of breath work? Do you do yoga, meditation? Is it easy for you to breathe? Or are you a busy person like we were just talking about? Do you really schedule energy practices in, like breath work? Let me know. No, and I hold my breath a lot. Okay, so that's what's coming through. So yeah, I am I'm a yoga instructor. I did my 200 hours. I'm currently doing my 500 hours, but because it's online, it's at my own pace. I've been really enjoying just like doing it for myself, but I'm finding it sneaking into my readings and my healings and my practices, because breath work is so powerful, just like the awareness of breath. So last night in our forgiveness program, we did this little thing where, yeah, you've got a lot going on in the chest for sure, so you do need to let that go. So even just receiving right now, that will be helpful, okay? But last night we did this little exercise, anxiety. Yeah, it makes sense. So we made fists, so everybody can do that if you want to, really, really, really tightly. And then just let it go. And then drawing your fists really, really tightly. You're welcome. And then let it go. Could you do me, please? Yeah, sure. And then just let it go. And I'm almost feeling like my fists are getting softer as I do this exercise with your guys' energy anyway. And it's a form of like just awareness of the body, right? And how much tension and stress we're really carrying around when we kind of force our bodies to clench up a bit, and then just relaxing. So even doing your whole body, clenching your butt, your face, your teeth, everything, your shoulders, and then open it up. So we can draw all the energy in. And then just even noticing that, guys. Draw the energy in. Just expand that heart a little bit, okay? So even if that's a little uncomfortable for you, don't sweat it. This is an awareness piece. This is like becoming more conscientious or conscious of what's going on beneath the surface, right? Taking that time, as I was just sharing. So Pippa, for you, I'm going directly towards the shoulder, okay? So the shoulder to me, especially on the heart side here, my shirt is a little loose today. I'm getting for you to just like rest your body a little bit more, okay? Because I don't know if you can tell as I'm working on you, and again, everybody's still here sharing the group, it's like I want to just push my shoulder a little bit, and then I'm like gently pushing it back. Okay, so even just anybody that wants to do that right now, just encouraging that shoulder to go back. And we're not pushing, we're just like gently guiding the shoulder back. And then add a little breath in there. So you guys are doing yoga. So simple it is. Yep. Go to the opposite side, almost to balance the right and the left side of the body, the logical and the heart. That one doesn't feel as bad for me. So again, it just might be like a little bit of like a little bit of tension in the heart right now, okay? So again, the physical body and breath is such a powerful thing. And then just throughout your day, just see if you can even like line those shoulders up and drop them a little bit. Create a little length in your neck, because the neck is where we carry control. So just let that go. That's going to affect your confidence, which is your solar plexus, your creativity, your innovation, as we were already talking about. Because when you're feeling more relaxed, like every opportunities just come, abundance starts to flow, relationship behaviors and patterns improve. Like because we're feeling more ourselves, we're feeling happier, we're feeling lighter. So again, if there's any patterns and behaviors within yourself at this time that are unwanted, release them with the full moon on July 3rd. If you go to my YouTube channel, you will see underneath playlist rituals and practices my full moon ritual there, and you can watch it and do it yourself. And again, if you want me to guide you through one with some healings and clearings, you'll find that under my VIP membership. But regardless, pay attention to like some of your things that aren't working for you right now. Okay, I was already sharing at the beginning for myself, just like money habits, I'm sure you guys relate to that too. My Money Blocks program is also now up under my membership as well. So lots of healing and clearings and rituals to attract abundance in there. Are you only doing paid readings, or may I ask a question? You can book in a one-on-one session through horsemanreadings.com or click my link tree if you want to book in a one-on-one privately. You're more than welcome to ask a question here if you like. Although I'm doing Reiki, one thing you're noticing with me is like I do Reiki a lot differently than the majority of people. I've been teaching forever. All my trainings in my membership group now, so I'm not teaching that one-on-one anymore. But you'll see past classes and group settings and different things, and you can still receive everything you need to actually become certified. All the trainings are there, but I read energies, so when I go into everybody's Akashic records and I'm holding space and doing Reiki, I can feel into what chakras are off balance, where in the body, which is great, okay? And then I recommend tools, so like selenite is coming up right away, so just feel free to ask your questions, what I'm saying. I need to relax, my teeth are always clenched. Yeah, even just physically lining up your spine. Right? So pretend there's a cord coming from the top of your head, from your crown. So now we've moved down to the sacral and the heart here. So the sacral is, because maybe you're starting to breathe a bit more, you're becoming more aware, we're able to move the energy down to some of the lower chakras, which is how we ground, how we feel more calm. So sometimes we can't do one thing without the other, right? We can't ground unless we're able to breathe. We can't really manifest unless we're feeling maybe content. So yeah, selenite is a really great crystal. I also sell those like little sticks for $8. I have like some bigger ones as well, so I ship too. But if you don't own selenite, it's a go-to, I'm hearing classic crystal. Because we don't need to cleanse it. It cleanses us, it cleanses our space, and it actually lines up our spine for us. Helps with the chakras, activates the crown, which is our spirituality. So beautiful, beautiful stone to have. Will I be in a relationship in 2023? So relationship stuff, Willow. I'm getting, there's some sadness and you might feel burdened. Okay, so the reason why this comes up, one thing is because I've gone into everybody's Akashic records, trusting that you're giving me permission when you're in here. So you're just saying in your head that you are open and agree to that. Hi, Candace. You'll always be given like the message that you need to allow your manifestation to come in. So you're asking that will you be in a relationship because obviously you want to be. But I was getting sadness, burdened, heaviness, a weight. So in order for you to really attract the ideal person, because honestly, I feel like with you, you want your person, right? Then yes, we've got to clear and cleanse ourselves of the old residue, the sticky energy, right? So with this full moon, if you were in my VIP membership, I would get you to email me like all the things that you want support with. Maybe it's, I want to bring in a new man. So can you help me release all these things in relation to what's blocking me? And then I would do clearings and healings around that for you. But specifically, it's important for you to work on your own patterns of behaviors in your relationship, healing, growth, and health, okay? Makes sense? That's kind of how it works. So if I want to build a house, which I do, then I actually have to I have to wait. First of all, this full moon's all about patience, but I also am moving in with my in-laws in order to do that. So change, right? So it's like, are you willing to like sacrifice or remove these things in your life in order to have that, right? And when we're manifesting, we always say this or something better. So we're never controlling exactly how it's happening, and that might be a little something to work on, Willow, is like, you know, wanting to know how is this going to happen, and it's trusting that it will happen if you start doing some of those things that I was saying, if that resonates with you. So either hop into my VIP membership if you're able to, even do it for the 1 month and you'll get tons of benefits, or you could even just book in a session for the same price and get that private one-on-one. But I'm also getting to get together with other like-minded individuals, okay? So I have 2 classes coming up over the next 2 Wednesdays, so you can see those through my link tree. Intuitive practices is one, and then energy work is the other one, okay? But that's coming up for someone in particular, the energy work one. So if you're drawn to stuff like this, might be a good class for you. Sharon, will Jay reach out and tell me how he feels? Well, Sharon, since we're working with, as you can see, getting things off your chest, if you need to get something off of your chest, then you need to talk to somebody about that. Sometimes it doesn't always have to be directly to the person, but you've got to get it out of you, right? That's why full moons are such a beautiful healing time, because we write in our rituals, we write the things that we'd like to release. And I think that's why forgiveness has been coming up with so many people lately, because sometimes we're hanging on to negative things towards ourselves as well, right? A little bit of self-sabotage in there. And I'm hearing, don't burn your candle out at both ends as well. So there's someone out there that needs to hear that. Are you doing too much? We were already talking about that, about being really busy, not scheduling enough time in. I think that little heart that you put on my head is really cute now, but because I just started here underneath TikTok, I thought it was like a mean thing that people were doing, like it was like the devil, like, but now I think it's really cute, so thank you. I hear that. Work and family, Sharon said. It's wonderful. Now I'm getting more calm, water, ocean. I don't know if there's someone in here that's a little witchy themselves, but I'm getting doing some spells might be helpful as well. I have a couple little spells that are really helpful underneath my YouTube channel, rituals and practices as well. Just maybe a couple things you want to try out that can be helpful. Okay, there is someone in here whose energy does feel a little heavy, so just pay attention to that. Again, we're just kind of talking a little bit of, I feel like, work-life balance too, so pay close attention to where your emotions are at this time. Sometimes it's just becoming aware of like where your energy is, if it is feeling a little sticky or heavy right now, and why. As I was already sharing, doing that exercise ball. This is going to be up underneath YouTube, so you can watch the entire full thing as well if you want. It can be helpful. You can listen to what the intentions were, the cards that we pulled at the beginning. But yeah, maybe I'll have to post that in my spiritual support team as well, the energy ball exercise, how to do that, because it's kind of what I'm doing right now. We're just feeling into energy and then opening it up, so we feel not just cleansed, but that our aura is growing. I see a lot of 111s. Wonderful. So just angel numbers are something that can be really helpful for us throughout our day. Right now it's 210. I also read numerology in my membership group. I have a couple classes I just did, tarot and numerology. We kind of talk about the meanings of the numbers and just kind of how to like read that symbolism a bit more. But one always is related to new beginnings, no matter what. So when we see a number come up more than once, like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, that's just spirit kind of like showing you something and the importance of it or its intensity, that sort of thing, right? Hey, take a look at this. So Sharon, if you're seeing a lot of ones, and ones representing new beginnings, then that means I would say there's a lot of new beginnings happening right now, or a really big one, but it still feels like a lot of new beginnings. 1, 1, 1. Well, the thing is, in numerology, one, because you can look this stuff up too, you're going to get different information everywhere you go. I have a blog as well. I feel through my website, I feel like I should write about numbers a bit more to help people. So Kate, right away I'm doing this with your energy. So I would get you to open up your crown a bit more, which is just come into more of a meditative state. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Because I feel like it's important for you to tune in. What do you think 111 means? And also for you to ground yourself as well. So grounding, get into that meditative state and ask yourself, what does 111 mean? Anybody else that wants to share that can. How is my relationship? Is it strong? Scorpio. So I'm not going to share about the 111 until I hear what you feel. And just trust yourself. There's no wrong answer. That's the thing. Spirit will just give you exactly what you need. So again, that might be helpful for you to come into my intuitive classes July 5th. I'm also getting something to do with a child as well for someone. Something to do with a baby or a child. So Scorpios, a lot of energy. Although I'm working on heart, I'm actually working on your crown. But they're getting me to work on your heart first in order to help your crown. So your crown and your heart are very much connected. And you're asking about your relationship. Is it strong? So it feels like to get out of your head more. I have a 6-week meditation and theta healing program as well. We're going on week 5 on Monday for $45. If anybody wants to hop into those last 2 classes, you can, and I'll send you the first 4 replays as well. So it's 45 Canadian. Feel free to do that. You can send it through PayPal or e-transfer if you're in Canada. But it's good to listen to those videos as well, because we clear what's coming up for people, but also there's just so many different styles of meditation. So you're being encouraged for for the health of your relationship, for you to just get out of your head more, drop into your heart space, because when you're focused on love, everything's better, right? And sometimes we just get into our head about things. So, getting into our head can kind of make us doubt things. It can make us question things, which is very much throat chakra. So you've got to talk about stuff too. So not just meditate, but then again, talk about it. That was kind of what we were doing in our program. We would meditate and then we would talk about what was coming up, and then I'd do the clearings around it. So I think he's the one, Kate says. So I'm getting a lot of tension around my head all of a sudden. Maybe there's someone who gets downloads themselves. So Kate, maybe you get intuitive messages. Does anyone in here get downloads or intuitive messages themselves? Do I talk to spirits? I sure do. Every day. I am taking a mediumship course. I'm taking quite a few of them online, just kind of at my own pace. And I just started doing mediumship readings. So I currently just opened up for $35 for 35 minutes to do a few phone mediumship readings. So if you're interested, feel free to reach out about that, and we'll schedule you in for it. I'm just trying different ways of connecting, because I'm figuring out my style. So far what's been happening is I bounce from mediumship to psychic. So mediumship, I'm tuning in kind of to the loved one that's passed. And then the psychic work is more, here's what they want you to start doing, here's why they're coming through, here's the genetic patterns that they're acknowledging through, if they had died of a health issue, something like that. They want you to start, taking better care of your health this way. So the psychic part is more the healing, and then the mediumship's more like bringing in the loved one, if that makes sense. Thank you for sending me stuff. Is Tristan worth fighting for? Keeks. I'm getting like for you to focus on playing more, having more fun, that sort of thing, okay? Because we're doing like a Reiki session here, so that's kind of what Spirit wants for you right now to focus on, okay? So you're going to have to answer that one unless you go in and get a reading with me. Would you like to be able to deliver a message from someone above? If somebody has a question or something specific, that I'm open to whatever Spirit wants for us. I already went into the Akashic Records, which is our past, present, and future. So Spirit will just kind of like, again, get me to give the messages the way that they're supposed to be worded for your highest good right now, because that's the intention that I set. But I'm getting for everyone to kind of send love to themselves right now, to their own hearts. So just taking a moment here to maybe say something loving and kind to yourself. And then bringing all the energy up from the earth. A lot of energy going on here. Some people. And specifically, I feel like we need more fun music and stuff like that. My music just shut down, but yeah, put some fun music on, something that's like a little bit more upbeat today, if you can. Be hopeful. Now my left hand's on fire, so there is someone who I feel like could really benefit from a one-on-one Reiki session as well. It can actually just go exactly the way we're doing this. I go and offer healing and then kind of just tell you kind of what's going on. You can even ask questions if you want to, or you can just simply receive. And if you want it to be silent, that's okay too. Sometimes I'll do a distant healing session for somebody, they pay for it, and then I email them all the information that came up just so they can, be present that way. It's up to you. So cord cutting, there's someone here who's picking up on a lot of other people's energy, so make sure you're cord cutting on a regular basis. We're just going to do that right now. Let's bring Archangel Michael in here to cut some energy cords. There's someone who's really, really sensitive. I don't feel that we're cord cutting enough, so we're just doing that right now. And again, guys, just getting out of your heads. I feel like that's me. Okay, so just inviting Archangel Michael to come forward, bringing in maybe like a white light, something like that, just visualizing that going down your spine, seeing white light all around the outside of your body. You can say something like, the universe supports me. Please cut any energetic cords that are attached to me. Tuning in maybe how many cords you have. I'm getting right now I have about 15, so I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to cut all of those cords. It's just interesting because I'm offering healing at the same time, but it's absolutely doable. As I breathe and ground. And this is where I would often offer theta healing to people, because I feel like there's someone coming in like what you're talking about right now, and then I want to like offer that download for you so we can release it and then replace it with something else. And then there's a layer to it, but it does energetically make you feel better and more balanced. So let's do a theta healing download just so you guys can understand what that is, okay? I work in mental health and addiction, so I'm constantly with clients who are going through a lot. Yes, well, Me too. Both mentally, physically, and emotionally. So would you like to let go of feeling like the weight of other people are always like weighing you down as a result of like other people's like sicknesses, illnesses, sometimes unkindness, or people who are maybe lacking love in their own life? Or would you like to shift that? This is the beautiful part. Shift that energy over to feeling like it's safe for you to focus on your own energy as a number one priority, that it's safe for you to reground and recenter on a regular and daily basis so that your energy can maintain its own balance naturally, and things will flow a little bit better for you energetically on a regular basis and on a daily basis. And if so, you just say yes to that theta healing download, and then I do it for you. And just breathe. Okay, so what I'm getting here is there's a little bit of a mixed emotion, because it's like sometimes you feel like it's other people's energy, right? That's all over the place, emotional wise. But then also sometimes yours is too, right? So that's where it can get really confusing of like, is this their energy or is this mine? So I think both of the classes I'm doing over the next 2 Wednesdays might be helpful for you, so we can work through some of that stuff. Again, you can click the link tree and sign up for these. But yeah, do you want to know that it's safe to let go of other people's baggage on a regular basis? If so, just say yes. Everybody should say yes to that one. Good. So just coming back into the energy of focus now. You can even say the word in your head, focus. Great, we're getting yeses. Perfect. Theta healing is actually my ultimate favorite tool. I like combining Reiki and theta healing. And of course, Akashic Records healing, which is what we're also doing. Spirit's happy about that one. It's like we needed that cleanse today. Okay, money's also coming up. Energy feels more positive. Good. Really breathe here. Okay. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Send me a little heart if you did, and make sure you click my link tree. Check out my YouTube channel, some of those playlists, my dailies, and again, you can book a reading there or healing. And be specific as well if you're booking in a session when you go to book it, like exactly what it is that you're desiring as well, and I'll do my best to accommodate. So love you guys all, and thanks again for being here. Bye for now. Take care. You're welcome.